Hi, I am Stephen Lew. I'm the founder of the School of Positive Psychology in Singapore. I'm also the co founder of Thrive Psychology Clinic, and I work as a psychotherapist and also a clinical hypnotherapist. I help people to unpack and build resilience and well being muscles so that they can use it as a form of like a self care strategy. I love this metaphor of opening a present. Opening a present is like unpacking our innate resilience by peeling back the layers of the ribbon and the wrappers and to look inside and to discover the gem and the essence of what make us strong. And that is resilience. And we can build this resilience upwards by bringing it to the fore and use it as an energy, an attitude, and a mindset to continue to build muscles so that we can grow even better. And people who are resilient unpack and have unwrapped these layers of their gifts, and now they can present these gifts not only to themselves but to other people too. And why do we need resilience? Well, I would say that many people are already resilient to some extent. However, there are so many ongoing challenges in the world. There are like the environmental changes, there are wars, there are pandemics, and there are also difficult work and life stresses. So it is good that we continue to beef up our resilience muscles, and by doing so, we are able to have and access to a higher quality well-being and mental health. And being resilient is good. There are so many benefits. Being resilient means that you're much more hopeful, you're much more confident, you're much more courageous. However, resilience seems to be like a puzzle. How can we develop more resilience? How can we even start this process? So, in this course, you will learn how to unpack your innate resilience energy that you can mine from your past. And many people think that resilience is about bouncing back from adversities only. However, resilience is more than that. Many people have survived a hardship and continue to survive day to day, but they may have yet to recover from past hurts or past traumas, and they still carry all the pain along with them. So, a great resource for resilience is to go back and look at these past life experiences and move them forward and change these narratives of how we tell these stories to ourselves and to other people. And in this course, you will learn how to build all of these together by applying scientific methods. Methods that has helped hundreds and thousands of people from all walks of lives, and they have trained and used and upscaled their resilience in helping them to protect their well-being so that it can even prevent them from getting hurt or being burned out, or they know how to zap their energy. They are able to pick themselves up when they are down, and they are able to adopt a survival mindset. Survival mindset simply means that you're able to pick yourself up and harness and build the strengths of your personal resilience and continue to chart a path in your life and to include and discover meaning, hope, and happiness and joy so that in return, you can even thrive with challenges. And by doing so, you can also teach and share these resilience skills with other people too. The reason why I chose resilience as a topic for Infijoy course is because as a psychotherapist and as a positive psychology practitioner, I have worked with many people from different countries for the past 15 years to uncover their resilience. And what gives me joy and meaning is that apart from my work, I have overcome my personal challenges of life where I used to struggle with ADHD, depression, and intergeneration trauma. So the first part of my life was filled with challenging childhood where I used to beat myself up mentally by having thoughts of I am not good enough, I am not enough. And I spent a long time trying to make other people around me be happy. It's because that I didn't like myself enough. So when I was growing up, I started looking for people who were also suffering. And I wanted to find out what makes them strong, what makes them happy. And after talking to hundreds and hundreds of people when I was growing up, I managed to distill the art of resilience. And I managed to distill and extract what makes them worthy, what makes them strong, and what makes them joyous. And I found that as part of human, we can uncover this resilience energy and we can continue to help each other grow and build resilience together. There are facts and myths of resilience. And some people think that being resilient, it means that they have high pain tolerance, they are strong and macho, they don't show any signs of weaknesses, and they are not vulnerable. But in fact, that's a myth. Resilient people are actually in touch with their emotions, and when you ask them, how do you feel? They may say that, I don't feel good today. I am totally beaten. I am tired. I am sad. And they have this full capacity to express these emotions. And that is a fact of resilience. And another fact of resilience is that resilient people know when and how and who to ask for support because they have strong support systems to continue to cultivate them and they have good relationships with other people. One good way to tap into our resilience awareness is to think about people that you have looked up to or people who have been resilient. And some of these resilient role models can have such a huge, profound impact on us when we study their stories. People like Helen Keller, who has lost her ability to see and read, and she became one of the famous writers. And we have like people like Nelson Mandela, who was jailed for his ideals and he stayed resilient all these times. And we have people like Oprah Winfrey, and how she was suppressed and being sexually abused when she was younger, and now she is impacting millions of people with her story and helping others. And I also have personal resilience heroes like Milton Erickson, who was a psychiatrist and he contracted polio when he was younger, and he taught himself how to walk and even to become normal again. There are so many richness in these resilience heroes. And we can learn to draw this wisdom of resilience from them. Do you know how much resilience energy you have on a daily basis? Or do you know how much resilience resources you have? Well, you can now know by looking at this graph. This is the resilience reservoir. The resilience reservoir is a metaphor to illustrate our resilience resources and also represents drainers and boosters that zaps our resilience and also replenishes our resilience energy. And if you look at this graph, you will notice that there are three parts of it. The first part would be the water in the reservoir that signifies your resilience resource. And the second part would be the cracks in the dam, and these four or three cracks represents drainers, and these drainers can represent things or challenges or self-defeating thoughts that are draining your resilience energy on a daily basis. And it's important that we can identify and understand what are some of these internal and external resilience drainers so that we can be more mindful when they happen. And finally, we will look at the third part, which is the sky and the environment. We can continue to replenish and explore and practice or pay attention to activities that can recharge and replenish our resilience. Activities like sleeping well, building well-being habits, building a social resilience, buddies, or looking at practices that we can do on a daily practice to replenish and recharge our energy. Now, I would like you to try out this resilience awareness activity by looking at the resilience reservoir, and I would like you to draw it on a piece of paper and start to look at these different parts of the reservoir of your own resilience. And when you have done so, I'm going to invite you to go to the next step. And the next step is to first identify what are the cracks of resilience, what are the challenges that is going on in your life that is continue tugging at you, continue try to pin you down and beat you down. And what are these daily challenges or big challenges or small challenges that are impacting your well-being? List them down now when you can. And now you have listed down your resilience drainers. I want you to take a pause and observe some of these drainers. Are these drainers current or recurring? Are they impacting your well-being at this part of your life? Or have they been around for a long period of time? By understanding our resilience drainers, we are able to start to build spaces of awareness to understand how they may impact us, where they come from, or who caused these drainers. Are they resilience drainers from families or relationships or work or health or other life issues? And that's important because the next step, we can learn how to boost resilience by looking at resources, skills, and other things or events or activities that you do in life to up and enhance your resilience. Let us go to the next part. Can you now list down another 3 to 5 resilience boosters? And these resilience boosters are able to encourage the growth and development of your resilience, your psychological stamina, and your strengths so that you can continue to feel supported. In summary, can you list down some positive events that helps you to feel more grounded and helps you to develop your resilience energy? How do you like the resilience reservoir activity? And the resilience reservoir activity is just the beginning of how we can unpack and strengthen our resilience muscles. And in the course, you will get to assess evidence-based, scientific informed resilience techniques that you can apply immediately, and when you do so, it will cause an uptick in your well-being and resilience. And you can learn how to harness these resilience resources from your own life story and build up a higher emotional resilience where you become fit and agile. And you can also learn tricks and skills and tips to improve your mental awareness, strengthen your social resilience and connection, and also build and enhance daily well-being habits. I can't wait to work with you in this course in uncovering resilience together.